Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Spear Tips. We are taking a look at a new Spearhead from the Idoneth Deepkin, the Namarti, not Namarti Shore, right? I had it, I lost it. The Akhelian Tide Guard, which is going to be a brand new way of playing the Idoneth Deepkin in Spearhead. We've got two different, just all the greatest hits here. Two different units of Eel Riders, the Namarti Thralls with bows, which is the Reavers, and then an Akhelian King, which could also build you Volturnus if you want as well. So the Spearhead box goes nicely with the existing one and their Thralls and Alapex. To give you basically a bunch of additional options and all of the fightiest stuff and skirmishiest stuff in this box. Now, I will warn you, we usually do this in the format of build, paint, play. These are not fun to build, particularly the Morsair and Ghyran Guard are nightmares to put on their flying stands. I hated building these miniatures. They did not fit together super well, and they are super prone to breaking. I would not recommend this Spearhead for a beginning player. They are a nightmare. They have tons of little fiddly bits, and even the Akhelian King, it can be a bit of a pain to put together, just with like how easily the hilts and stuff can snap on their swords. It's not a fun one to do first. It's a great candidate for, however, painting with contrast paints. The pale skin tone on the Namarti Thralls is great by doing things like Coily Nightshade or the Soulblight Dinge, the Soulblight skin tone one. And the armor is super easily done by putting on some granite steel and some blue washes. I will say that as far as painting goes, they're not a hard army to paint, but you will have already basically wanted to end your own life building these guys because they are just a nightmare to get to sit on their flying stands. What comes in the box? You're going to get an Akhelian King, 3 Morsair Guard, and 3 Akhelian Guard, but of course, as this is Spearhead, you can build them however you want, and then 10 Reavers. The 10 Reavers are actually in a 10 Reaver group, which is interesting. And then let's talk about the play part. So, battle traits. Royal Imperative. You can only pick this ability in the 3rd battle round. Pick one of the following effects to apply for the rest of the battle round. Either into them, everyone strikes first, or strike sure, everyone gets crit mortal. This is like a light version of the Tide rules that happen for this army, where you get to pick a kind of a bonus effect, but it doesn't happen until the 3rd round. Enhancements, you get 2 regiment abilities. So the first one, regimental abilities and then enhancements. Things you pick, basically, if you're going first or second. You have the Spear of Aspirants. This is for your commander, for your regiment ability, sorry. Pick a friendly unit that's not in combat to use this ability. Add one of your charge rolls for the rest of the turn. Or Shield of Ulchis. Pick a friendly unit in combat to use this ability for the rest of the turn. Each time that unit uses the retreat ability, no mortal damage is inflicted on it. So once per turn army, any charge phase, you don't typically need +1 charge because you're so damn fast. I'm saying Fallback and not taking mortal damage once per turn is probably going to be the winner of these two. There's very little time you're going to want +1 to charge. When your guys move 12 and 14, or 7 is your slowest for your infantry, these guys are going to pick the charge they want. Just take the no damage from retreating. For your general, your enhancements, you can have a Dutiful Soul. So once per battle, your hero phase, pick a friendly unit wholly within 12 of your general would be the target. You can return 1 slain model to the target unit. If it's an infantry unit, you can return D3 instead. That one is great. Recurrence is a huge deal, and it's once per battle though, so it's only 1 model. You get a 5+ ward on your general. Voltaic Charge. Akhelian Royal Weapons have +1 damage on the charge if you take that one. And then Soul Stealer. If your enemy's in combat, you just heal D3 end of any turn. I think Soul Stealer is the clear winner there, especially over a ward save, because getting wounds back means that you typically start like in a better position than having that 5+ ward, and you can get a 5+ ward off of various cards with your battle tactics. +1 damage on the charge. You're already going to be damage 2 all the time, which in Spearhead is typically enough, although I do rate that a little bit higher. And I don't like once per battle abilities anyway. Just bring back a single model isn't as good as just being alive at the end of the game. You have 7 wounds. Heal D3 is probably going to be your best choice there in most times. Certain armies with crit mortal, you might want to take the ward save, but I'm thinking that more often than not, just healing every round is going to be better. That's any end of turn, so not your opponent's too. That's a potential of healing 8 times during the course of the game. So let's talk about this guy, Akhelian King. He's got 7 wounds, 3+ save, 12-inch move, and 2 control. He's a great fighter, 5 attacks, 3s and 4s, run 1, 2 damage. And then another 4 attacks, 4+, 3+, run 1, 2 damage for the companion, for the Deep Mare. He's got Raider's Resolve in your hero phase. Pick up another friendly unit wholly within combat range. On a 3+, add 1 of the save rolls for the target unit until the start of your next turn. So why not just give a 3+ save to those Akhelian Guard? And then any charge phase Wave Rider, roll a d3 on a 2+, do mortal damage equal to the roll to a target unit that you charged. Your Morseer Guard and your Akhelian Guard, all the same core stats, 14-inch move, 4 wounds, 4+ save, and 1 control in units of 3. So very low control scores here. They're going to have to kill things. Volt Spears, 2 attacks, 3s and 4s, run 1, damage 1, but +1 damage on the charge, so damage 2 on the charge. And the Fang Moors are going to be the same on both, 3 attacks, 4s and 3s, rend 1, damage d3. So 9 damage per model potentially. They are super dangerous. Your Biovoltaic Blast, basically when you charge once per battle. Roll number equal to the number of models in the unit. For every 3+, do a mortal damage. Add 1 if there's more models in the target unit than this unit, because you just pile into a big unit. And then Barrier on these guys. Pick an enemy unit in combat with you in any combat phase once per battle. On a 3+, subtract 1 from the attacks characteristic of your weapons for the rest of the turn. Hell Sabers are obviously less damagey. 3 attacks, 3+ to hit, 4+ to wound, and just 1 damage, and run 1. And then Reavers, 1 health, 1 control, 5+ save, a 10-man unit though, and they get reinforcements. Whisperbows, 12-inch range, 2 attacks, they're gonna have 20 attacks, 3s and 4s, run 1, damage 1. Great shooting weapon. And then Keening Blades, 3s and 4s with 1 damage. Strike on the move, they can run and retreat and still shoot during the turn. So yeah, the run and retreat without taking any damage is probably your best bet here. So what do I think about these guys? Well, you've got 2 units that hit like a ton of bricks, 1 10-man unit that comes back to life, and a really durable general. These guys are going to be a terrible first army to build, but if you get through it, they'll be a very robust army to play. Effectively 20 Reavers coming in and reinforcing, shooting into combats that you pick very quickly. You're gonna be able to take out, with those flying charges, all the support heroes, the +1 damage on the charge with the spears. You don't even need to pile into a big unit to use your mortal damage. Instead, I would just fly in and use my Volt Spears to murder little heroes, and then use the Fang Moors, Fangs, and Lashing Tail to decimate a unit nearby. So even if they have a bodyguard unit, you're probably gonna be able to attack and take out both. If you double charge into something, there's a very good chance you'll just blow things up. And then once you're actually protracted into combat, by that 3rd turn, you just have everybody strike first. Crit Mortal's nice, but you already have decent rend and decent damage, so you don't super need it. Just giving yourself that strike first to just blunder a unit is gonna be great. Neither are eligible for reinforcement cards, but they can do some stuff in the new edition and the new Santa Bone. And having a reinforcement unit with this many guys on the table that go this fast is a big boon. So this is a really strong Spearhead. And I think is a contender for probably one of the easier ones to play, because it's all kill or no filler. It's all damage. You're running up. You have a support unit that can shoot 12 inches and come back to life after they die. So just dispose them as quickly as you can and bring them back in as reinforcements. Keep shooting. It means that the turn they come back, they're still going to be threatening with 20 shots. This is a great on-table, easy to use. Everything's very easy to understand what it does. But like I said, not the most fun to build. And those flying stands are a nightmare. I would just drill them out and use brass rod if it was me doing them again. So there it is, Spear Tips. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll see you from Logos in the future. Kind of match.